everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to our home. Went into town yesterday and had lunch with Diana. It was great meeting you in person.
Yep,
And had a wonderful afternoon with VJ of New Mexico. Thank you for the cabinet, and had a lovely visit with you in the afternoon and shared some good laughs. And so nice to have friends in our local area that used to be witnesses and now are out.
To be with like-minded people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, we got a couple of things to cover this morning, and do you have your notes and M&Ms?
No, actually I don't. I was just going to kind of, speak from the heart, unscripted.
But I have a feeling this is going to involve a rant.
Well, it might, dear. No, I do. There are some things going on in Watchtower right now, but before we get to that, I kind of want to, maybe get back into the cult mindset a little bit. When you're studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, or you've been a Jehovah's Witness for a while, you will have heard something similar to this. You can trust the Bible as being the Word of God. History shows that all of these accounts actually happened. And another thing that you can rely on, the Bible being accurate, is the fact that it's very forthright in exposing the sins of its writers. For instance, King David. God told David not to take a census of the Israelites, but yet David disobeyed God and took the census anyways. And we can see that God was not pleased with David doing that. But the biggest one of all is that David was such an honest and open man that he wrote about of his sin with Bathsheba and the murder of Uriah. So see, you can trust the Bible's authenticity because these men were willing to write about their sins openly. Something similar to that, we've all heard it. But now, why is Watchtower trying to hide its sins behind the First Amendment right, freedom of religion?
Yeah. Trey Bundy has been doing an investigation, and he is working on an expose right now. And he is revealnews.org, and we will put the links to it down below. And he has been traveling all over the place, investigating Watchtower and the problems that are within the organization and the child abuse cases and you name it. And now he has just got hooked up with PBS NewsHour. And so we'll put the link down below. There was about a 9-minute interview with him where he is talking about all of this. And they actually have video in the courtroom where Watchtower lawyers, our buddy McCabe, is trying to say that they have the right from the First Amendment of practice of religion.
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of religion. And they want to handle child abuse cases in-house. They want to be the ones to judge how to handle these. And when will this madness end? This is inconceivable.
Well, what Watchtower is trying to do is they're trying to protect instead of openly expose that there's a pedophilia and a child abuse problem within the walls of Watchtower. But see, Watchtower over the years has misled the public into thinking that the Jehovah's Witnesses coming to your doors are these honest-hearted people that want to do nothing more than spread the good news of child abuse. The good news of the kingdom. I have to correct myself. But the biggest problem here, as I see it, is that if Watchtower wins this First Amendment right to handle and punish child abusers within their own organizations and handle this in-house, I am very, very afraid that other cults and other religions are going to interpret this as an open ticket to practice child abuse openly now.
Well, look at the Children of God cult. They openly practice, sex with children. So, are they going to use this now? Oh, well, if Watchtower used the First Amendment,
to handle
this is
in-house,
part of our religion also.
Where are the lines going to be drawn when it comes to this freedom of religion amendment here in the United States? Where do you draw the line? it's my prayer and my hope that these court justices will be able to see that Watchtower is trying to pull the wool over their eyes, because there has to be an absolute separation between church and state, but that separation cannot be allowed to cover criminal activity.
Well, I was just watching, I love the show Forensic Files, and they just had a show, and it was about a murder that took place, and the man that committed the murder was basically getting away with it. Well, his daughter, who is a devout Mormon, knew about this, found out about it, and was really bothered, by her conscience. So she talked to one of her elders or bishops, whatever they call them in their organization. To us, it would be the equivalent of an elder. Well, the officers, the cops, detectives investigating this murder, get this anonymous letter from someone telling in detail about the murder, and it's like, okay, we need to find this person. Well, they found the Mormon elder because he had used his stamp equipment at his business to print up the postage. Well, when you do that, the serial number is embedded in the postage. So they were able to track him down. And then he tries to claim, him and his lawyers, clergy confidentiality. And Watchtower uses this a lot of times too. Elder clergy confidentiality, so they don't have to reveal, confessions of child abusers to anyone because it's clergy confidentiality. You know what the cops told this Mormon elder? The minute you sent that letter to us, you broke the clergy confidentiality. You cannot claim that. So, the minute the elders call the legal department... Or
CO or DO. Well, actually, there's no more DOs, but it's CO now.
And I'm not a lawyer, but I'm thinking the minute they call the headquarters legal department, that breaks the clergy confidentiality right there. So you guys can't claim that.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out in the justice systems. But I mean, really, all I can see is nothing but bad coming out of this if Watchtower wins this. Yeah. Because I think other cults will now view it as their right to openly practice child abuse within the confines of their own towers.
We'll handle it in-house. So, we ready to go to the next subject here?
Yeah. This is an interesting little find off of a JW forum.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, from a JW forum here. And it is an article from the Times Herald. And the Open Space Institute has acquired 130 acres of land on the flats outside the village that could link trails on the Shawangunk Ridge with a growing regional trail system. And why is this of interest to us? Because the environmental conservation group paid $2.1 million to Watchtower Farms. So does this mean Watchtower is starting to sell off Watchtower Farms now?
Watchtower Farms property.
Because this is 130 acres.
Yeah. And here again, Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to realize that you've bought and paid for this land with your donations to help increase kingdom interests. So why is Watchtower selling kingdom interests off to this little group so that they can now develop the property into walking trails and things like this? And then you got to wonder what Watchtower is going to do with the $2.1 million. Does that go back to the publishers and say, hey, thank you for your donations. We can't legally keep this money because now this money really belongs to the people that donated to buy the property. No, that's not what Watchtower is going to do.
Yeah.
Watchtower is going to squander it. Will probably use the money to pay off their lawyers to go to the courts and fight for their First Amendment rights.
Or some more child abuse cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Jehovah's Witnesses, please, wake up and see what is going on.
It's right in front of your face.
The information is so easy to... It's even right here on a Jehovah's Witness forum.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go to apostate websites. Just go to your Jehovah's Witness forums.
We watched a video this very morning from Watchtower Examination, number 70.
Yeah.
Watch that video, Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm telling you,
Very good.
this is spot on work, and he doesn't use anything but Watchtower's own literature. So you're not looking at apostate literature. You're looking at how Watchtower has openly lied and deceived you people.
Yeah.
I know. I was one of those people for 42 years.
Yeah, but it's called Liar, Liar.
Liar, Liar,
and
number
it was
70.
very good. It was very good. And like we said, just so much going on right now. Now, we also have an elder's letter that I was reading to Mike yesterday. And if anybody wants a copy of it, we will be more than happy to share it with everybody. But in the UK, they are now wanting to put 4 congregations into one kingdom hall. What does that tell you, everybody?
Well, isn't that what they did in Hawaii? They sold off a 4 Kingdom Hall complex, and they're not any plans to replace them.
Yeah.
Of course, now they might put up their little bank kingdom. I mean, their new windowed kingdom halls. That look like banks now.
Yeah, well, that's probably what they're going to be doing. But it's just there's so many changes and so much news going on right now that we can't even keep up with all of this.
Yeah, this isn't even recognizable as a religion anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah, and we are hearing reports that this special Bethel meeting that was this past weekend, that there was several other kingdom halls that just did not pack the hall like they did the very first time. So, very interesting. It's a flop already.
Yep.
So, we have to go take care of some business with our income taxes, with our accountant. So we hope you all have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do some other news that we have, and hopefully in a happy hour.
Yeah, maybe do a happy hour.
Yeah, we need a happy hour bad. So, love you all.
Bye.